Hello guys, Craig from fixitfallows, and yes, I'm in the garage. It's where I like to be. And today we're with the batteries that go in all of my power tools. Okay, these are not genuine Makita, but they are the same as Makita, and it's packed up. So you can see, look, there is no life in this battery now whatsoever. It's kaput, it won't take a charge. Right, let's open this up and have a look inside. Right, so there are the screws out. Lift the case off. There is the little board with the LED lights on that would show in there. And there are the cells. So there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cells. Pairs of cells are wired in parallel, so effectively there's 5 cells. So 3.6 times 5 is 18 volts, or you do sometimes see them at their maximum nominal voltage of 4.2, which equates to 20 volts. So anyway, yep, so it's 2 cells in parallel and then 5 sets of those 2 in series to give us the 18 volts. And I believe, yeah, these ones were meant to be 5 amps. So each one of these cells is probably rated at 2.5 amps or 2,500 milliamps, but because they are wired in parallel, that makes it 5 amps. Okay, you see they're all spot welded together. And then if we lift this bit off, lift it out of the way, there's a little spring that puts the spring tension on the release clasp. We have a battery management board. Okay, so we've got signs of overheating here on this cell, and on this battery management board you've got the live wire that goes to this set of cells here, feeds into there, so that's the live contact for the battery, and then the negative end there goes in there. There's a little wire that comes off here to go to this batch of cells, so we get some sort of balanced charging going on, at least some degree of balanced charging anyway. It's not done to each individual pack of cells. There is, I believe under here, that's probably a thermal cut-off fuse. Right, so yeah, these are 18 650 cells, very easy to come by. They're pretty much industry standard for all power tools these days. Right, okay, so I got the voltmeter out and I tested the 10 cells, and of the 10 cells, only these 4 have any life left in them whatsoever. So the others have gone, they've been discarded. I shall put these to the side, put them in a drawer, you never know, I might need them or something or another. As you can see, it's all quite modular. Okay, so this little plastic frame holds the cells. This little circuit board attaches to the top of there and goes to the respective wires, and it all just goes in the casing and screws together. So what I've done is I bought some new cells. Now you can buy these cells individually. These are some I'd purchased before for another little project. Okay, so these are LG cells, but obviously doing this I'd have to make up a pack myself and spot weld them all together, and it's all got to be able to fit back inside this box casing very neatly. So fortunately you can buy ready-made packs. So here we have 10 cells. This is referred to as 5S2P. So 5 cells in series, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with 2 in parallel. So they're the 2 parallel ones. And then for each set of parallel, it's done 5 times 5, S2P. And as you can see, it's all nicely, neatly spot welded. And if I was to take off this plastic wrapper, you can see it's got tabs on for soldering to, all good to go, and it will fit directly in there. So it's just a case of unwrapping this and resoldering this battery management board back to the cells, putting it back in, and we should be all good to go. Now, believe it or not, this cost me £10.43 delivered. Now, these are quite good quality cells. These are LG cells, and they have a slightly higher rating. Now, these are actually 3000 milliamp cells, so I'll have a 6 amp battery as opposed to what it says on the side of the box of a 5 amp. So 6 amp battery, so I'm upgrading a bit. £10.43, just got to solder it together and my battery should be good as new. Right, so there are the cells out of the cellophane wrap. So it's just a case of putting them in there. So I want my positive tab to be at this top left corner. So I'll just drop that in there like that. I've just pulled up all of the tabs at the moment. The top of this little cradle thing goes on like so. So we just can bend these tabs over just for the moment. And then it's going to be a case of reattaching the circuit board. Now I may have to attach new wires, they might be a little bit too short now. So the circuit board goes about there. This little sensor goes through that hole, so we'll put that through that hole there. Okay, now that circuit board's in place, we now know what length of wires we need to go to our negative tab and to our positive tab over there. Okay, so I can just get some appropriate wires and solder them in. Right, okay, there's it all soldered in. So I've actually doubled up on this wire. This is some wire I had available. It wasn't quite the right size, so I've doubled it up to give me the size wire I needed. So it's soldered in. Okay, it's not the prettiest of jobs in the world, but it does. And as you can see, we now have lights coming on the little indicator there. So it's just a case of putting this back on and seeing whether the charger is also happy with it. Right, okay, there it is all back together. Let's put it on the charger and see what happens. So it recognises it, and it's charging. So there we are, it's all finished charging. The cells were pretty full as it was. So all that remains to be done is to put it in a tool of some description and see how we get on with it. So there we go, let's put it in this drill. Seemingly everything's good. And I'm just going to write the date on the bottom of there. So I know when I change those cells. Right, well there you go. There is my battery pack, my Makita type battery pack, up to date and alive again with 6 amps of power. So yeah, if you fancy giving that a go yourself, it's really quite easy. Get yourself onto Aliexpress, get yourself some cells already pre-made, open these up, resolder them in, and you're good to go. £10.43, that's what it cost me. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please be sure to check out some of my other videos, and as ever, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.